Welcome to Shark Week on Bloodbath & Beyond. Today we review Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus. Winner eats all.
Written and directed by Jack Perez, starring Debbie Gibson, Lorenzo Lamas, Vic Chao, and Sean Lawler. This movie's about some researchers that are studying whales that accidentally lead whales into a glacier that breaks open and reveals an ancient megalodon and a giant octopus. And now they need to protect the world from the beasts they've unleashed. So what do we like? I like the sets in this movie. I think like most of the movie took place on subs or like little boats or something. And they all kind of looked cool. Well, completely unrealistic. I'm sure it's just like knobs and switches all over the place. There were practical knobs and switches. There was nice lighting, like really harsh colors all over everything, but it added something different. And especially when it comes to like a sci-fi movie like this, like we watch these shark movies all the time, almost all of the backgrounds are CG. So it's nice to see something practical.
Even the telescope had fold down arms that they could put back up.
Periscope.
Periscope. But I call it telescope.
Whatever.
I don't live the boat life.
I disagree.
It's not even a boat, it's a submarine. You don't have one of those on a boat. I could live the boat life and still don't know what that is. I like that you knew they were gonna fall in love the second they saw each other.
Yes, Shimada. So we have like a Japanese vessel and the American vessel. And when both of the like leads or commanders or whatever of each ship, like, the moment they looked at each other, you could tell that they were about to kiss. I got up to get a drink and I'm like, I knew they're gonna kiss. I come back, they're kissing. It was like immediate. You know, when you see true love, you can tell.
I saw a dolphin caught in a net when I was a kid.
I never got past putting the worm on the hook.
You got like an 80s pop singer. And the voice of Goro.
Oh, Match Made in Heaven.
Match Made in Heaven, why not?
I don't know how I missed all that coming.
Like, especially it's like, hey, I've heard there's a giant octopus and a mega shark. You want to make a serum or make love?
I'm gonna go take a walk. You know, a walk?
Make love.
Let's make love and then we'll make some pheromones based on our conclusion of...
They say physical attraction itself may literally be based on smell.
It was a sexual epiphany.
Pheromones.
Yeah, like did they want them to fuck or fight? Right? Like doesn't that make you want to like be attracted to another, not necessarily like want to fight each other?
Well, they made the serum because they wanted them to be attracted to the same location so that they would fight.
Captain, octopus approaching, 300 meters off the port bow.
Hold on, okay. Surprise, surprise, we found a glaring plot hole in Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. There's no way that these two ancient species would be attracted to the same scent. Not a chance, because they don't fuck each other, ever. I would imagine, unless that's how we have squids. They wouldn't be attracted to the same...
I feel like they did just use very generic pheromone glowing green goo.
Yeah, it's just they drop the secret of the ooze into the ocean and then everything works out.
The secret of the ooze. Ew. It did look rather toxic.
Ooze is generally toxic. I wouldn't recommend it for children. Now, what didn't we like? We can start directly with the title. Very incorrect title here. Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. They don't even want to be near each other, let alone fight each other. They are in a different world. There is a fight. It lasts about 12 seconds at the end of the movie and that's it. Very deceptive. Got both cover, first of all, because the poster looks like these also look great. Because they look like garbage. Well, they look better than some sci-fi stuff. But they don't look great and they don't really want to fight and the battles are just the same scene, just like horizontally flipped, so it looks like different parts of the animals are getting injured. Yeah. Not a huge fan.
No, not a huge fan. Even the beginning of this movie didn't really make sense. They come in with a helicopter, some military-grade helicopter that's looking for human life.
The survey is negative, radar is negative.
There was some under the water in a submarine that he couldn't see. And then he drops a thing that she has some acronym name for.
An LFAS.
It's a transmitter, son of a bitch. It's an LFAS.
What?
A low-frequency active sonar.
That. I didn't know what that was until she explained it, which she does.
They're illegal. We're not supposed to be using these.
But it doesn't explain why there's a group of whales swimming into a giant iceberg that miraculously releases these two prehistoric creatures that inevitably were fighting and then go separate ways, only to be brought back together to fight again.
There are a lot of plot issues, but I think that also like the pacing of this movie is just horrendous. Most of the time it's just people in a submarine yelling at each other, saying, "Get tube 3 ready. Get all the tubes ready," and that means torpedoes, you learn that. And live in this aquatic life, live in that sub life. And then the guy gets stressed out about shooting so many torpedoes, snaps, and that's about it. And then there's a love story as well. So we've explained the love story already. The rest of it is just ship guys with slick hair yelling at people.
The hair's bad. Why is the mob boss in charge of the submarine?
Before we order the cake and the balloons, does somebody want to tell me what the hell's going on?
He's like an extra in every other movie.
Where'd
He's
we
got
find
lines.
Now, if we don't find a viable means of stopping this fucker, Sharkzilla is going to own the seas. You own the seas, you own the world.
I think that he's in things.
Took a bowling in the arcade.
He's in a blacked out suit, but not even like a good one, like Men in Black.
Shouldn't you dress like a naval officer of some sort, not like a bouncer?
I would think so. Greasy, not good bouncer. Mob
Hi,
boss.
I'm from Casino 2. Oh, I showed up to the show. Oh, this is Mega Shark. Oh, well, can I be on this one? Sure. Why not?
Joe called sick. You can say it, be his stand-in.
Genuinely nothing happens in this movie. The giant octopus has one standout scene where he slaps a plane out of the sky. That plane shouldn't have been flying 100 feet above water. And everyone knew it, except one asshole.
Greasy bouncer guy.
How low is that plane flying? About 100 feet off the deck. Close enough to get pictures. Hold up!
All of these submarines are launching all of these torpedoes. Nothing happens. Half of them don't hit, and the ones that hit make nothing happens. There's no explosion.
We're here for the explosions. We don't want your realism. We know when somebody's manning a submarine using a Microsoft joystick and somebody else is smashing buttons when she's got nails and no nails. Like, we know that's not the same person. But please, just add some more fire underwater, because you just see these bullets whiz by things or hit them and it looks identical. You're just like, oh, the torpedo disappeared.
Yeah.
And you only know by the reaction of the people inside the submarine. Gotcha! Where they're giving each other high fives or kissing each other on the mouth.
Cheek.
Cheek, yes. It's like, way to go! Kind of awkward. So we had our love story, but we also had the
Professor-student.
Yeah, the professor-student love interest thing. And they were like all combined. Debbie Gibson was down with both of them. I think. Unless I'm reading the whole thing wrong. But well, maybe it's just that all the dudes were attracted to her.
I've always been proud of you. But never more than at this moment.
There's a lot of weird lines in this movie that suggest that every single person liked her because she was the only other female on any boat in this movie. Oh no, there was one girl, and she was wearing like a proper suit. She was like probably actually the commander.
I thought she was better looking than the other girl.
Wrong.
Maybe it was the uniform.
I like a girl in uniform. I like an 80s pop star with lip gloss on. Like, you could fast forward 30 minutes of this movie and you would know exactly what's happening.
And all the kills that did happen were essentially pointless. The only one that kind of made sense was when they were sending out that plane to do the sonar research.
Sonar levels at 120 decibels and climbing, sir.
I don't... Do jet planes do sonar research?
I don't think they
know.
would. I think boats do that.
I think so. And they were in a submarine. That one plane that was low enough for the tentacle to come out of the water and swat it out, fine. But all the other kills, like the one jumbo jet flying by, the shark jumps out of the water, however high a jumbo jet flies.
Like,
what was the point of that?
Yeah, there's no reason for it to just like start leaping out and wanting to eat
None.
metal. I will tell you also that the editing in this movie is absolute trash. We actually, like midway through, like, should we just have a drinking game for all of these transitions for every flash? So what they did is every time they transition from one scene to another, they'd have like a black and white flash with like a bright white flash in the middle. And it actually happened 1,000 times in this movie. We started a drinking game doing it. We stopped after we couldn't keep count.
Well, let's get to it, chum.
By the time I'm done my third one, 60 more have happened. Every single transition from scene to scene had a white flash and it was fucking aggravating. Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
Overall, this movie, definitely not gonna be one of my top 5.
I hope fucking not.
Overall, definitely not my favorite movie. Not a huge fan. I did like how they explained how the prehistoric animals came to be in our waters, but that's about it. The rest of it was kind of long and drawn out for what it was. I give this movie 1 bit off tentacle out of 5.
For a movie called Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus, I was extremely let down because that wasn't really a thing. It was more like North American girl meets Japanese boy and they fall in love and they happen to be in a submarine near a mega shark and a giant octopus. It was basically a love story, a very awkward one at that, with very little action, 0 kills, poor CGI, and very repetitive scenes that just bored me. I would not recommend this movie, so I'm gonna give this 0.5 ancient shark teeth stuck in a whale out of 5. As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, there are links in the description where you can find it. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond.